I've built a $1 million Amazon KDP brand. This is exactly how I do it again. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean, and I've built a KDP business which was valued for over $1 million, which I eventually sold, making me a millionaire at age 26 from Amazon KDP. Now, in this channel, we do things a little differently than other channels out there. I try to be as transparent as possible with how much I'm making, the exact strategies I'm taking, and all those stuff. So I have a whole playlist called KDP Income Reports where you guys can check it out. It's basically a compilation of videos of all the income reports that I've been making consistently for the past few years. And you can see my journey of building up my first KDP account and selling it. Now, I'm doing the same thing for my second KDP account right now. So if you want to follow me along in this journey, then make sure to subscribe. So I've actually built a KDP business that was valued at over $1 million. So this is exactly how I do it again. So real quick, my KDP account was listed on this website called Empire Flippers. Empire Flippers is basically a website where you can list your online business. You can sell online businesses. You can even purchase online businesses if you want to. So it was listed on the website for over $1 million, okay? Now, I did not sell the business for exactly $1 million because I did not quite get an offer at the valuation. So I eventually sold it for $820,000. I had to come down a little bit. But nonetheless, my account was actually listed on this website valued at $1 million. So I did have a brand that was valued for over $1 million, okay? Now, even after I sold this brand and the new buyer took over, I can see the BSR of the books that I sold, right? And I can guess around how much, these books are doing. And I can tell you that, these books that I've sold are still making $30,000 to $40,000 in revenue every single month. The brand is probably making a lot more now than when I sold it. So a lot of people think I've only sold the KDP business because it was going down, which might be true for others who are selling their KDP business. But in my case, that's not the case, right? It's actually doing better than when I had it. So that just goes to show that the quality of brand and the quality of books I published were good, and it's getting good reviews, and that's why the longevity is there. But let's talk about what makes a KDP account worth $1 million. So I'm on the Empire Flippers website right now, and you guys can do the same thing. Go to empireflippers.com. I'll leave a link to Empire Flippers below this video. You can sort this monetization method to Amazon KDP so you can only see the KDP listing. And as you can see here, the total valuation, which means the total price of how much you can sell your account for, depends on the monthly net profit as well as the monthly multiple that you get. So for this business right here, it's doing $4,900 in profit every single month, and he has a 38x multiple. So if you times 4,926 times 38, it comes down to $187,000. Now for this one right here, this KDP account is doing $54,000 in net profit. And if you times this by 35x, then it comes down to $1,908,000. Which is insane, okay? Same as this one right here. It is doing $12,000 in net profit at 43x multiple. That is $538,000 in valuation. So what is this multiple? Well, the multiple basically is determined by Empire Flippers after they analyze your KDP business, and they'll basically look at, how well you built this business, how attractive it is. Do you have a team? Do you have an SOP? Do you have a system set up? Are the books high quality? Those kind of things. And based on that, they will determine the valuation, which usually ranges from 35x to 45x. So that is the average. Okay. And sometimes if you have a really, really, really good business, then it can even go up to 50x if Empire Flippers think it is attractive enough to get buyers at that multiple. But once again, the average is 35x to 45x. So if you have a business that is doing $22,300 a month profit and you get a 45x multiple, then that means your KDP account will be valued at over $1 million. So all you really have to do to have a $1 million valued KDP business, you just have to get to $22.3 thousand a month profit, which if you look at it this way, it is very, very attainable. So this is exactly how I'd get to that level. So first thing is to pick one niche and go super deep. Okay, you don't want to hop around niches. If you're in one niche, just stick to that one, okay? Pick one niche with multiple profitable keywords and build a brand. So your niche has to be big enough to have, be able to publish multiple books in it. So you don't want to pick a gigantic niche with a bunch of competitors, but you also don't want to pick a small niche. So pick a good sized niche with enough profitable keywords in it. And as you publish more high quality books, you're going to become an authority in that niche, which is exactly what I've done. Okay. And you're going to dominate the market. And you want to publish as many high quality books as you can under that same pen name in that same niche, okay? Now, the next thing I would suggest is you want to pick a niche that you can sell in all formats. So this is where low content, it becomes a little tricky, although it's still possible with low content. But you don't want to just sell your books on paperback, right? You want to sell your books in ebooks and audiobooks, hardcovers too, because the more formats you can put your books into, the more money you typically make. So from my experience, these books that you can actually, change to different formats has always done better than a book that I was only able to sell on paperback. So that is just my experience, but that is why I recommend you pick something where you can make an ebook, make an audiobook, etc. Okay. And also by having an ebook version, it's way easier to build an email list and also go wide. And when I say wide, it's like publishing books outside of Amazon, which is a huge part of getting your business valued at a higher multiple, because empire flippers and these buyers, they want to see that you have an email list, because once they take over, they can leverage that asset and keep selling books, right? And they also want to see that you have diversification outside of Amazon. And that is why going wide, publishing your books on Audible, Drafted Digital, Ingram Spark, those becomes important too. Which brings me to the next step, is to build your audience as soon as possible, okay? Email list is a must. The buyers want to see that you have an email list built up, once again, because it's an asset that they can take over and leverage once they start, working on your business. So now having your audience on Facebook groups is optional. That can be helpful too, but an email list is an absolute must. Okay. Not only will this help you get additional sales and reviews, but it becomes an asset that increases business valuation once again. So you do not need a website or a blog. Website or blog, it may help increase business valuation, when it comes to selling, but it doesn't really help increase book sales. So yes, you can build a website or a blog just so you can sell your business at a higher multiple, but it's only gonna really move the needle a little bit. And the time that it's gonna take to build the website and the blog is gonna be a lot, and it's not really worth it because you're not really selling a ton of books that way anyways. So I think it's a waste of time. So I truly believe that it's not really worth the time building it, and I recommend you just focus on building your email list. The next thing you want to do is to create systems and automation. So the buyer wants to buy a business, not just a collection of books. So keep that in mind, okay? When you're selling your business, they want to take over a business, okay? They don't want to just take over a bunch of books. So you want to treat your KDP account and build it like a business, which means you want to create your SOP, which is a standard operating procedure that anyone can read and know exactly how to operate your business. You want to hire VAs. You want to build relationships with freelancers, because those contacts and relationships is all assets that buyers can take over, and it increases your valuation. So this is how you scale your KDP business, as well as it becomes an asset that increases valuation when you're selling. So you want to train your VA to automate the book creation, uploading, ads, sending emails, etc. Basically, you want to automate as much as you can. And the last step is to simply rinse and repeat. So once you have a system of, creating the book, publishing it. So you have a system for book production, you have a system for book marketing, and now you have a team of people that is doing all that for you. Well, you just rinse and repeat and keep publishing books and keep, adding this asset into your portfolio. A successful real estate investor, as an example, right? If you're in a fix and flip business, a successful real estate fix and flipper does not change how they do things for every single house. Every single house they buy, they're really good at either single family rentals or apartment building, whatever it is. They just stick to one thing that they're really good at. So let's just say that it's single family home flips, right? So they just focus on that, and every single kitchen looks the same on every single house that they work with. They always buy the same furniture from, the same store, same everything. They always work with the same contractors, the same plumbers, the same, painters, everything, because you don't want to change the way you do things every single time you work on a new house. Just like how you don't want to change the way you do things every single time you work on a new book, right? once you build your system and once your team knows how to do it, just keep repeating the process. Okay, so that is how you operate like a business. And especially because if something is working, you want to keep doing it. You only should be changing your system and how you do things when that is not working. But if it's working, just keep doing that. Now, the last tip is to just stick to it, okay? If you want to build a $1 million business, treat it like a business, not a side hustle. Don't expect to make $1 million business in just a couple months of starting, especially if you're just putting in 30 minutes, an hour, a day. If you want to build $1 million business, you got to go hard on this, right? You have to work hard, put in a lot, take it seriously. But if you do that, it's definitely possible to do it in a few years because I've done it myself. So this is all you need to build a KDP business that's going to get to over $22.3 thousand a month in profit, which you can eventually sell for close to $1 million like I've done, and becoming a millionaire in the process. So if you want to learn exactly step by step how to do all this and how to go from a beginner in publishing to achieving this level of success, then I do have a complete publishing course. If you guys want to check it out, the link is below this video. As well as I want to invite you guys to join the free Facebook group Mastermind. This is where you can network with other publishers, ask any questions, and you will also receive a free bonus just by joining called How to Generate Lasting Income on Amazon KDP through Book Stacking. So this is a case study on exactly how I built my first business, like the way that I kind of talked about in this video. So if you want to join the free Facebook group, the link is also in the description. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, comment any questions, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.